So we are burning through our hay at about twice the rate as normal. You could see I've gone through about half of my hay already. The hay was stacked all the way out to the edge of this barn. And we are going through twice as many bales as normal. And I think there's two main reasons why. And I got a couple ideas maybe to stretch this second half of hay till we get to where our ryegrass and stuff is ready to be grazed. So let me go show you what we got. Yeah, so I think there's two, possibly more reasons why we are burning through hay at twice the rate as normal. What you're looking at here, these calves, I think this is one of the reasons. So if you remember back, I had kind of that disaster with my bull situation. I did not get my cows bred at the normal time. So I had, instead of having my normal March calves, I had like July calves. And so what that means is I was not able to wean my calves or separate my calves. And for us, I like the March calves because it gives me an opportunity that when these cows are in heavy lactation, they're on our best grazing of the year. And so now their calves are 4 or 5 months old, which is their heaviest lactation, and they are on hay, which is much lower quality. So I believe that's probably my number one problem right now, is that these cows are eating way more hay and they're still actually losing a little bit of condition. They're not doing great. So I did put out a protein tub, and you can see Dollop was over there eating it up while she could get to it. She's the runt and gets pushed around a lot. So she's gotten pretty smart about when she can get to the water trough, when she can get to the hay, when she can get to the protein tub. But I got them one of these 30% protein tubs to help supplement while they're on the hay, and hopefully that helps. I know our hay quality is pretty low this year, and that's because of that horrible summer drought we had, also contributing. The other reason, I think the second biggest reason we're going through way more hay, is normally I would have some stockpile grass, low quality but still stockpile grass, and my field seeded, so small amounts of winter grass is coming up, and I'd be rotating the cows through while I'm feeding hay. Well, this year we had a couple of issues while we didn't do that. One was the bad drought, so there really was no stockpile grass anyway, and we couldn't plant till very late, so the winter grasses are growing really slow because we're kind of into the short day length, cooler weather. But you see all this manure on this field. In addition, this field has no organic matter, and I've struggled to grow good grass on it. So I kind of told myself that this year we would keep the cows all winter on this field, feed all of our hay on this field, which you could just see strings of hay everywhere, and try to just get as much manure, urine, and waste hay on this field as we possibly could. I know it's not the best for the cows, but I think in the long run it may be the best for our farm. So we're working really hard. I know the grass will basically, what little grass we had on this field will be destroyed come spring, but that's when I'm going to start rotating them on our winter grasses, and I will plant this field with some summer grasses like that test plot I had done with the sorghum and the legumes. That field just did amazing, so I'd like to duplicate that on this field if we can get enough nutrients in this heavy clay soil in this field. So I think that's the two primary reasons why I'm just burning through hay. And now I've got to come up with, do I just kind of let it go and make it through the next 30 days and go get more hay, or try to supplement some other way? And I've kind of looked into that a little bit, and hay is just not very much available around us right now, and it's very, very expensive. So I found one guy who has some hay that hasn't been sprayed, which I really don't like hay that's been sprayed for broadleaf weeds, because I like to have our clovers and everything in our field, and a lot of that stuff is very persistent, and so I don't want it. And the hay is very expensive and it's not very much available. It is a possibility, but I don't know that it's my best route. The other thing I'm considering, which I'm also not crazy about, but I think it may be my best option, is actually supplementing these cows with some bag feed for the next probably 60 days. That'll help maybe stretch my hay that I have out and get us into the period where we can start putting them on these fields that we planted that have good ryegrass and stuff, which is very high in protein. And we're only, man, I hate to think, I don't think we're more than about 60 days out from being able to graze. That further field actually over there is the one that's got the more mature grass, and it's several inches tall, but it's growing slow because of the day length is so slow. So I'm a little torn on exactly what I'm going to do here, but again, that bull situation really set me up for a tough year, and then top it off with that bad drought. And you know, we're struggling a little bit like most farmers, but I think if we play our cards right, we stretch this hay out with a little bit of feed, I think we can make it a few months and get to a position where we're in pretty good shape. And by the way, you can see I got 1 hay bale, 2 hay bales, 3 and 4. I never put that many hay bales out at a time because the cows will waste a lot of it, but we've been catching fish really well, and so I rented a houseboat for myself, my kids, and my dad, and one of my brothers and his kids. So we're going to go in, split it, and we're going to fish all weekend. We're going to spend 3 days out on the water fishing down in Venice, Louisiana, and see if we can't catch us a bunch of fish. So these cows will be on their own for the next few days, so hopefully that's enough hay to carry them through. You got him? Remember, don't reel in too much line. Leave about 5 feet of slack. Let's see what you got. Where's he at?
Oh, I see him, I see him,
Bring up the sea monster.
Oh, I hope the pole doesn't break. Oh my goodness.
Where is he?
I feel like I'm holding on for dear life.
Under the boat.
Oh, I see something.
If you can get him turned, I can scoop him.
Cool.
Okay, bring him to me.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, you're saying this fish is so big you can't even pick him up?
Yeah.
Try, come on. There you go. Cool, Pomo got something big too, huh?
Whoa.
Dude, that thing is giant.